This week's episode is brought to you by Adventures by Disney. For more information on trips, visit fairygodmothertravel.com.
Communicore Weekly, wanna get geeky, bob around boats and five-legged goats. Communicore Weekly, you might get some freaking. Waited all week, I'm sure you already know this greatest online show. Welcome to Season 3.
Hello and welcome to Communicore Weekly, the greatest online show. I'm George.
And I'm Jeff. And this is another one of those kind of time travel-y episodes because we're done with our CommuniTour, but this entire episode is just little bits and pieces from the CommuniTour, stuff we recorded. And I had a blast.
Oh, I did too. It was absolutely fantastic. And we wanted to take a second and thank everybody that went on the tour with us and just give them all a little shout out, I guess.
Yeah, do you want to go name by name?
Yeah, we'll do that. So we'd like to thank Rory and Melanie.
And we also want to thank Lynn.
And Zachary and Leo.
And of course, Brenda and Ken.
We've got Esty and Amanda.
Also ourselves.
Yay for us. Okay. And Jeffrey.
And
a different Jeffrey, not this
me.
Jeff.
Other Jeff. Karen and Bill.
We also had Amanda on the tour, and a special banana shout out to our good friends
Dave and Nikki.
Yay.
We love you guys. We love all you guys. It was a lot of fun, and it was a great week. I loved it.
Yeah, so let's hear a little bit more about it.
Okay, so we are here at the Tam O'Shanter. We're having lunch on the day 2 of the CommuniTour. So far, we went on a walking tour of Hollywood this morning.
We took a great tour of the TCL. Chinese theater.
TLC is Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
Which
that's
we did
different.
as well. We did see TLC outside. Took our pictures together. $5.
$5 a piece.
Great.
Cost us $15.
But the Chinese theater tour was awesome and incredible. I've never been in such a beautiful theater.
Before we get into that, why don't we go around the table and introduce everybody that we're sitting with here? Would you like to introduce yourself? Okay.
Okay. Amanda said no, so I'm introducing Amanda.
Hey, I'm Jeff Lipak. I'm Zach.
And who are you?
Leo.
Hi, Leo. Are you excited to be here? Uh-huh. Were you surprised when we told you on the podcast that you were coming?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about today so far?
The Jim Henson Muppet Studio.
What did you like about that?
We saw Kermit.
We saw Kermit?
We saw a big statue.
On the front of the studios?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like, what else about the tour did you like?
I liked when, I can't remember about anything else.
Oh, didn't you get something special?
I liked the theater. I liked the Chinese theater.
Oh, well, the Chinese theater that we went in earlier?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. It looked just like Hollywood Studios, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think was there first, Hollywood Studios or that theater?
What? I think the theater.
You are correct.
You win a prize.
George is going to get you a prize.
We'll figure out something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be a napkin from the Tam O'Shanter that you can take with you forever. But
So, what were you saying about the theater before?
it was absolutely fantastic, and it's not something I would do on a normal tour, but I'm glad we did it as part of the CommuniTour because it was beautiful, and the history behind it was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Levi was our tour guide.
Levi was the tour guide. He's the was he the manager of the theater?
I think he managed the theater.
Yeah, and he's the head of tours, and we're going to try to get him on the show as well to talk to him a little about the history of the theater.
He was really knowledgeable, knew a lot about it, and we took a bathroom break. And it was
Of course
weird.
we did. We posted a photo on Facebook, so you probably saw that already.
Hopefully.
Oh, maybe.
Or something else. And then, because we took a little bit of a walking tour of Hollywood, and then boarded a bus, a chartered tour bus,
Went
and
over
went
to
to the Jim Henson Studios, which was unbelievable on so many levels.
I think it was fairly obvious to the people around us that I was kind of emotionally overwhelmed when we first walked in, and I almost started crying. It was pretty awesome.
It's a small lot, originally owned.
What was it?
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
So it's a small studio originally owned by Charlie Champlin. Champion.
As we heard it in the video we watched while we were there.
Which was great. And then we got a small tour.
Such a funny video.
It was a funny
video?
Yeah.
And we had so that was the Charlie Chaplin screening.
The small screen room?
Small screen room that we saw. And after that, we were introduced to one of the puppeteers.
Yes, Grant, who was most excellent. We heard about him on Twitter just before we went, and of course immediately followed him.
Yep.
And he took us around and showed us some history. But we went into one of the sound stages where he gave a demonstration about how the puppets are done and how they do it above the camera eye line and all that stuff. And when he asked for a volunteer to perform with him, immediately my hand went up and I said, "Me, pick me, pick me." How would you rate my performance?
Oh, it was fantastic. No, ask Leo. How did Jeff do?
How did I do with the when I was performing with the puppet? Did I do a good job?
Yeah, he's
shaking his head. I'm sorry, your mouth is full. I didn't mean to ask you when your mouth was full. Was it funny? It was funny? That's good. You're shaking his head again.
Yes.
Good. Do you think you can do that as a job?
Yes. Shaking his head, yes.
Would you like to do that as a job? Yes? Okay. Good. Can you not talk anymore? No? Okay. I was just seeing if you could shake your head in any different direction.
So basically, they just showed us a little bit of how puppeteering works, how it works with the camera. And it wasn't a seagull that you had. It was a pelican.
It was a booby.
It was a booby.
That was
because we all giggled
when they said it.
When they said that.
Yeah. But it was interesting because he kept when I was interacting with him, I was talking and he was like, "I hear you talking, but I don't see your mouth moving." I was like, "Oh, I forgot I need to move the mouth."
Or you forgot to move your arm.
I forgot to move the arm, and I tried to make him. It's very difficult to control the entire thing.
Yeah, it was nice to see that. It was really, really nice. So we saw a little bit of how they're doing the digital puppetry now.
Yeah, like from Farscape.
Yeah, from
That was pretty cool.
Farscape and some of the other shows that they're doing. It was very emotional going on the set itself.
Yeah.
And I did ask at the front gate if this was the Universal tour.
And that's why George was not allowed throughout the rest of the studio. He was already immediately kicked out. How about you, Jeff? What did you enjoy most so far?
Yeah, the Henson Studios is pretty cool. The whole vibe of the place is just... It just has a cool vibe to it. I guess it comes from the history of the Charlie Chaplin Studios, but the look of the buildings, just the overall feel of the place is pretty cool.
It's very old school Hollywood is what it is, and it just looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
Well, they just brought out some incredible...
for Hollywood.
Yeah.
It doesn't get older than that studio.
Sorry, we're a little distracted because the staff just brought out some amazing posters that look like they have...
Excuse me, folks.
Wow.
Oh, and they're going to present something, so we'll stop recording, but we'll check in with you later.
Sorry.
So here we are in the Hearthstone
Yes, right there on the
Lounge?
menu in
Oh,
front
the
of
menu
you.
in front of you, sorry. The Hearthstone Lounge at the Grand Californian. We just got here probably about a half hour ago, and after yelling at each other from our balconies...
On the fourth floor.
On the fourth floor, because we're all near each other, we decided to come down to the lounge for a drink and discuss the
And
day.
yell at each other here.
And yell at each other here.
Right.
But today we started the day early. We went to Imagineering, and then we went to the studios, and then the archives, and I guess we're going to talk a little bit about it. So joining myself and George, we're going to go around the table and introduce everybody. So who are you?
Scarlett.
Thank you, Scarlett.
Nikki.
This is Dave.
Hey, this is Jeff.
Now, Dave.
Oh, and George.
Hi, George. Unfortunately, George is joining us as well.
And I'm eating potpourri.
This is other Jeff. So, what did you guys think about going to Imagineering this morning? What was the highlight?
I know none of us were there before.
Right.
We
Yeah,
were
this
all
is
really
our first time.
excited.
Yeah.
It was so excited rolling up, getting our photos in front of the building with the 1401 name tag.
Which, for those of you who went to D23 this past year, 2013, the building that they made that looked like 1401 Flower Street really looks nothing like the actual 1401 Flower Street. The fake one they made looks a lot nicer.
Yeah. Well, the tour was, God, what do you guys think it was? About 3 hours, maybe? 2.5, 3 hours?
Yeah. It was a very long tour.
And I liked our guide.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
David
he was cool.
Fisher.
David Fisher was his
David
name.
Fisher was really
was
great.
awesome.
He was fantastic.
If you want to email him, it's david.fisher.
It probably is.
Actually, that probably is.
It probably is. And so one of the first things they take us is we get to see the sizzle reel.
Yes, the sizzle reel, which I enjoyed. I mean, it was a nice little thing. We let a little nice yell when Mr. Crump came on the screen, so of
when Wally
course,
came on.
they thought we were probably weird for that.
And they talked about the Living Character Initiative, showed some video of Lucky the Dinosaur, which I always wanted to see. And the video cuts off, and they open a curtain,
And there's
There's
And there's
Lucky.
Lucky.
and it was goosebump inducing.
Oh yeah, did
I
not
had
expect
tears.
that in the least.
Yeah, nobody. I don't think any
Scarlett
of us
was
knew that.
crying like a
Completely
girl.
thrown for a loop.
Scarlett is a girl, so it's
Oh,
okay
okay,
if she
good.
cried
She
like
cried
a
like a
girl.
girl.
So it's okay.
So we all had a meet and greet with Lucky,
Yeah.
and
Photos with-
got photos with
Yep.
him, got to touch him, and
He
Up
wasn't
close and
just
personal.
standing
Yeah.
there. He was alive.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
interacting with us.
Yes.
And it was impressive, someone would pet underneath his chin and he would like react to it and like
Oh
lean
my
in
God.
towards it.
he would take the photograph, and he would just he was incredibly photogenic.
He was like he was smiling at the
was
camera.
so cute.
And he was messing with people. He was
Uh-huh.
messing with you,
Yes.
Dave. It was
Yeah.
great.
totally staring me down. We were like going at it.
I think you and Lucky have some unresolved history that apparently none of us know about, and you should probably tell us.
and not to ruin anything, but that may have been the highlight of the day.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
for
Agreed.
that was
For that
really
portion of the tour,
spectacular. That portion of the tour. So
Yeah.
after that, we went and we saw Sounds Dangerous, or
Essentially.
Experience Sounds Dangerous.
Sensational.
The sound,
Sound-
it was
yeah.
the sound stational.
That was
but-
sound stational,
But
that's
the
right.
funny thing was, it was a completely audio thing. So they turned the lights off and we had headphones on. And in the middle of it, this loud siren went off and these lights were flashing. And we're all like,
a fire alarm.
This is a weird part of the program. But it was actually the fire alarm.
It was a false alarm.
So, but yeah, thankfully, a false alarm Imagineering did not burn down to the ground. We were not responsible for it. That is
No.
a huge plus.
No.
Still there.
And then we started. I mean, it was cool to because I'm into audio stuff. Obviously, you guys are too
Yeah.
because you're listening to this. But it was cool to see where they sound mix stuff, and they sound mix with a Circorama films in that stage too. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
what-
had
what
the
was
it?
Circumvision. Yeah.
And they showed us the
microphone that
Yeah,
they
they
used
showed us
was
the
Oh, yeah.
microphone they used to record.
The microphone, how they record, it's a binaural audio. It was very impressive.
It's a
It's
mock-up
shaped
of
like
a
a
human
head.
head.
Yes, and it's also very expensive. So, like we said there, unfortunately, we will not be recording Communicore Weekly episodes using
Sorry.
that.
Not at all.
software.
We're going to continue to use what we have.
Monaural
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
we spent a lot of time walking down hallways, trying to peek into offices to see
Yeah.
what we could
Yes,
find.
very much.
Trying to figure out how we could steal the art off of the
Yes.
wall.
Yes. Yes.
Not
So-
allowed to take any photos.
No. So
No.
was after that? Was that the model or was the maquette shop?
We went to the maquette
We went to
shop.
the maquette
Okay, yeah,
shop,
it's a
which was
little
cool.
blurry.
Sculpture shop.
The sculpture shop, essentially. We saw some cool stuff there.
That was great because I mean historically it was amazing
yeah.
to see
It
We
is
got to
a
see
collection.
the original Snow White and Seven Dwarfs.
the original
Yeah, the-
Carrera marble figurines.
the marble figurines,
Yes,
which
that
was
was
neat.
great.
One of the cool things I thought, they had a maquette of the two brothers from American Adventure.
Oh yeah,
American
yeah.
Experience.
Oh yes, yeah.
I thought
That was really cool.
Oh, the room was
They had a lot of
chock
the original Haunted Mansion ones too,
Yes.
based on the original Mark Davis drawings.
Yeah, I
that-
kept reaching for my phone in my pocket and would realize, oh,
No.
We can't
no,
we can't
any
take photos,
photographs
unfortunately.
at all.
No.
Which I understand.
So
Killer.
for those of you following on Instagram and the Facebook page, that's why there are literally no photos from inside of
Hours.
Imagineering because we were
Yes.
told not
It's
to.
like you're planning something.
We're doing a
recording
podcast right now.
something. So this
What
is
no,
Karen
it's fine.
Ellis. That was Karen Ellis
it's
that
Karen.
just jumped
Hi,
in.
Karen.
You can say
Karen.
hello. Say hello.
Hi.
And there's Doug Ellis. Say hi, Doug.
Say hi, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
Very good.
So after that, we saw the full foam core model of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yes.
It was wonderful.
In their back shop there.
yeah, in their
Yeah.
back model shop.
They were setting it up because they're getting ready for a family day, so where people, the families of the people that work there can come in and check it out. Directly behind it, which not a lot of people noticed, were some Frozen drawings.
Yes.
So not entirely sure that's anything to do with an attraction or if it was just there for kids or whatnot, but that was interesting to see.
But there were two parts to the mine train model.
Yeah.
There was
Oh,
the
yes.
exterior
Oh,
part.
yes, that's right.
And then there was pieces
There was
of the interior part, which was very cool.
Yeah, it was cool to see that,
Yeah.
especially because I'm probably not going to get out to Orlando anytime soon. So it was kind of cool to see what is going on inside of those things. What did we do after that?
We went down the
next to-
graffiti hallway.
Next to the Frozen thing was what they were calling a test for a new sculptor, and it looked like perfect, but it was a test. For
Was
a
that
new guy.
that looked like a Cambodian
Yes.
shrine?
It looked like it was made out of butter.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it
It
did.
did.
I could have put it on toast, but I didn't. But there were pictures of like Tomb Raider, the video game Tomb Raider. I'm like, they must be using that kind of stuff for like the old school, like original Tomb Raider.
Okay.
So it was interesting that to see they were using that for a reference for that. But it wasn't
That
for
was
anything in
a
particular.
test. No.
Really?
And after that, we went down what they called the graffiti hallway,
Yeah.
which is where they put their work. They decorated the walls. They redid it in honor of John Hench, and it was astounding to see that final photorealistic painting of him on the wall.
Yeah,
that was
that was pretty great.
Not as cool as Lucky, but it was close.
Yeah.
Well,
But
but it was done in one day.
yeah, done overnight.
And,
so that
and,
was
I, and, I,
pretty neat.
and I tickled John Hench under his chin. He didn't respond the same way.
I'm not
Not at all.
surprised. Not surprised.
And then we went outside, and went into the courtyard and went to Mickey of Glendale's.
Glendale's.
And
Where we
saw
went-
People Mover.
We
Yeah.
saw the People Mover cars from
did.
Disneyland, and then we all spent a lot of money in Mickey's of Glendale,
Lots.
which
Yep.
was, of course, a lot of fun.
which was
That
fun.
was
But
cool.
before we started recording this, Jeff said to me, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I had the same thing with him that we were both kind of underwhelmed. It was still cool
Yeah.
to be there.
Oh,
but
it was great.
Yeah,
It was
Very
fun.
cool. It
But it
wasn't
was-
what I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I felt like they could have done a little more to show us what
Right.
was happening
You know,
there.
the magic backstage.
Yeah.
Give us an idea of how these things were built or what's inside of them.
Yeah,
Animatronics,
absolutely.
for instance. No,
Yeah.
none of that.
Yeah.
But it was still cool, but a little bit more would have been a little
Would
better.
have been nice.
I
It would have
think.
been nice. And then we got back on the tour bus.
Yes, the Communibus,
The Communibus.
not the
Sweet
Cat
Queen.
Bus,
And
but
drove
the
down to the
Communibus,
studios and ate at the commissary.
which was cool.
Which was one of the most
Yes.
confusing things in my life. 'Cause we had a ticket where you could get one entree, one side, one dessert, and one drink, non-alcoholic. And we're all wandering around with our trays going, what do we do?
What-
I don't know. What do you
what's
do?
an
I don't know.
entree?
I feel like the people that actually worked there, like these idiots, are wandering around. Like, have they never been inside a
And
cafeteria?
they're all better
before?
dressed than we were.
Oh yeah,
They were
yes.
absolute
They were,
sluts.
yeah, they were in suits and
I felt stupid too, but I just followed a tour guide around and did what he did.
The adventure guide, yes, they were wonderful. And after that, we
Yeah.
went to the studio store there, which was sort of like a big
it was
Disney
like a
store.
Disney store
Yeah.
that you would go to in the mall. Which
Yeah,
is, I walked in and
nothing
out.
special.
I think there was one table that had some studio specific stuff.
Oh,
on
really?
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did, and I bought some of that.
What did you buy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shirt she's wearing.
Oh, the shirt you're wearing right
No,
now.
that was at
I
Mickey's.
wasn't-
Oh, that was
But I
Imaginary.
did buy the studio shirt. that
Okay.
said studio.
So it said the studio, so yeah.
But I felt like since I spent so much money at Mickey's at Glendale, I
You were
was
done.
I was done with spending money
Yeah.
for the day.
And then we met the adventure guides, took us on a tour of the studios,
The
the studio
entire
walking
studios.
tour.
Yeah.
A lot of great photo opportunities. Went in the animation building and
Yeah.
saw the only
Very
restroom, which was for men only.
Wasabi Pete. Found the Wasabi
Oh,
Pete.
did
What,
you
you
want the
found a
wasabi
wasabi?
pea, Scarlet?
You can have the single
You can
wasabi.
have
So,
it, so-
again, we're at the Hearthstone Lounge, so we're having.
Brought to you
Say it
by
again,
the
Jeff?
Hearthstone Lounge.
I don't want to say it again because I'm going to mess it up every single time.
Okay.
Excellent.
Guys, I didn't even have anything to drink. This is ridiculous.
Fix that.
I'm not having any of your wine.
All right. Good.
Any standouts? I mean, it was great being in the animation building itself. That was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we went in the
original
tunnel
standing structures.
under where they would take the works, the cells,
Yeah,
to
where the morgue was located.
to the ink and paint department, everything like that.
That was
And
pretty neat.
It was just really, really hot.
It was
Yeah.
Cool
super
seeing
hot.
like scenes from Saving Mr. Banks, like the door,
Oh.
and then there was the grass area.
Like
where
recognizing
she sat.
where they
Yeah.
were. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that stuff was cool.
That was nice. That was really nice.
I'm trying to think if there's any like standout things that we saw. I mean, again, it was very cool to see that. We saw
The
my
archive.
buddy Dennis, who I thought was just
Oh, yeah.
a security guard yelling at me, but was
Yes,
actually
that was great.
actually Dennis, the
So,
security
a
guard.
shout
my
out to
friends
Dennis.
saying hello.
Yay, Dennis.
Jeff is being modest. The coolest part was walking into the archives.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
And seeing a particular book on
Oh,
the
that's
shelf.
right.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, the archives does have a copy of It's Kind of a Cute Story by
yeah.
Rolly Crump, as told to Jeff Heimbach.
I, as a total vain person, of course, that's what I immediately started looking for when I saw the bookshelves of Disney books, and
Yes.
I said, "Where would it be?" Thankfully,
And-
we
and-
have a very colorful spine, so it was easy to
Yeah.
spot.
and I have to admit, it's a fairly good collection.
of the books. So
Of
how
books.
does it rival your collection?
They have a
of
lot
things?
more than I do,
Yeah.
and they have a few independent things that were like for families of Imagineers and artists only that you can't buy. So I was extremely jealous. They have a lot more.
Yeah.
But I have more theme park based books.
There you go.
You hear
But-
that? Take that, archives.
Yeah, take that. And we all got to hold an Oscar.
That was
That's true.
No, one of those tiny statues, not an employee named Oscar. Because that would have been awkward.
Thank you for clarifying. Unless that was his
had to.
job, just
Unless that was
to
his
stand
job.
there like a statue and just hang out with us.
And it was fun to see that. They took everybody's photo with the Oscar, and we sort of looked at everything. And the archive staff was there just working.
Oh,
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're having a meeting in the middle of us, like wandering around again, like idiots. Like they're having a serious meeting, and we're like, "Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this!" Like interrupting them.
Yeah.
but that was cool.
It was nice to see it. You know, there was a forbidden Starbucks. If you
Yeah,
ask
there was
us,
a
we'll tell
Starbucks.
you about it later.
You can look at Starbucks, you can't go in it.
We
I'll
got
have
to
to go
see
in
the
it.
multi-plane camera.
Yeah, they had the
Yeah.
multiplane
Another
cameras
multi
as
camera,
well.
much like the one at the Walt Disney Family Museum.
And we used the bathrooms there.
I did not use the bathroom.
you didn't?
there.
Okay,
No,
I did. I
no,
did.
no, I hung out.
They were
Not
rather
impressive.
plain. Yeah, rather utilitarian.
Yeah.
That was Jeff screaming.
Sorry about that.
Jeff Lifehack screaming. So after that, we went to the Disney Legends Plaza.
Which was cool. I
nice.
immediately looked around for rollies because I,
That was
just
cool.
wanted to
I
say
took a
that.
picture of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that was
and the
neat.
ones facing the sun were very hot. So
Yeah, you
don't
don't want to touch those.
And they
Not
had
at all.
the statues, the Disney
The partner statue and the one with Roy
Whatever
and,
that
and
is.
Minnie Mouse.
That's true. That was nice.
And it was cool to see. Well, I get Roy, you can see close up at Walt Disney
Okay.
World, but you can't see partners close up at any of the theme parks.
You
So it was
could-
cool to get up and
we
like,
stood on it. and
yeah,
you could've
stand next
touched
to it, put your
Yeah,
arm
I
around
did.
Walt. We all did, I think, pretty much took a picture.
And
like
after that,
that,
we sort of not really split up, but we walked past Walt's office. And Karen, I know you went back to go see Walt's office.
Yeah.
And when you came back, wasn't that the area that with where P.L. Travers?
Yeah, there was a section in there with 2 trees, and the security guard, I think it was Dennis.
Was it Dennis?
Pointed it because we were just walking, me and Zach, and he's like, "Who's your tour guides?" And we're like, "Dean and Natalia," and he's like, "Well, look right over there." And he's like, "Does that look familiar?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's the scene from Saving Binks where she sat on
Yeah.
the grass."
So that's how you can tell real Disney nerds because we're looking for that stuff like that.
Right.
I'm sure none of the other tours even like think to look at things like that, except for us.
Well, I mean, we saw the water main sewer cover, which is the electrical
Yeah,
area.
the electrical
and,
area.
Yeah, that was
we
cool.
saw lots of.
You see how Jeff just said that was cool? That really just hones the point home that we are real Disney
Yeah,
nerds.
yeah, that's what we
Well,
do.
it wasn't a survey marker, which is those things are my
That's
favorite.
his-
It was
that's
the
his
next
problem.
best thing.
And
There were a lot of signs that said, "Don't feed the squirrels."
I was just
Yeah,
mentioning
don't
that.
feed the squirrels.
So sorry, squirrels.
We definitely we did something to the timeline and we're sending ripples through it now
Yeah,
because
who knows
they're,
what it
they're
is.
really trying to get those squirrels out of the way. This
Yeah.
is, I think Eisner
saw
retroactively
a
thinking, okay, if there are no
We did see
squirrels, then
squirrels.
they will get the humans.
And then we
will,
went
yeah.
on the bus and drove back to Anaheim and
We all
pulled
took a
up
nap?
to the well no apparently you and I were the only ones.
you
They took
napped?
photos of us taking naps. Nobody
Whatever,
else
I was
took naps.
tired, guys. This is a lot of
Yeah,
work.
it is.
All that sitting.
all that sitting.
All that sitting is a lot of work.
And then we went to the Grand California and we are all on the. Are we going to release this soon?
We're on the 4th floor, so no, we're not going to release this till afterwards.
Okay, okay.
Communicore Weekly.
Oh,
Yes, Dave came with
Floor
Communicore.
4. Communicore.
Yes,
It's Communicore. So we're yelling at each other from our balconies.
So I'm sure we're going to get in
oh,
trouble
we had
with that.
robes in our
Showing
room.
robes.
We
It
do have
was
robes.
awesome with robes.
Jeff tried to steal the DVD player.
Yeah,
I did. Well, I need a new one. It's not a Blu-ray player.
No, you don't
Do you
want
have this? We have a
It's
few
time
minutes.
to go.
All right.
Yeah, we
we
gotta
are
go.
actually about to go to dinner, and this is long already. We're at almost 15 minutes. So again, we'll check back in. I guess tomorrow again. And thank you guys for being a part of this segment.
Yay, thank you, Jeff.
Down on the safety bar, please. I will lower it for you. And heed this warning. The spirits will materialize only if you remain safely seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And watch your children, please.
Watch them
Para
what?
su seguridad, permanezca sentado
Is that Zorro?
y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo y cuide a los pequeñitos. Y ahora, prepárese.
So, in case you couldn't tell by now, we're on the Haunted Mansion.
Why, yes, we are.
We are.
We're both talking deeper.
Yes.
Unlivable
We're trying to
here in
match
this
up with the ghost
house.
host. It's kind of rude to talk over him. We apologize. They actually just cleared the ride for us, the Communicore folks, to come on.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty spectacular.
nobody was in the stretch room with us. Nobody was in the queue. It was pretty
Yes.
great.
Oh, there's the Raven.
There's the Raven. So we figured we'd give you an on-ride
Commentary.
That's
Of
the word I was
best
looking
of the
for.
best. So,
It's really not as interesting as I thought it was
well, no,
going
that's
to be.
okay. You know, we're going through the doors, which is always the part that has scared me the most of this attraction period. I think
Because
it's
of all the knocking and
menacing,
stuff?
it's ominous.
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's bill collectors.
And maybe bill collectors
It might
is
be bill
possible.
collectors. Spiritual. There's a clock.
And
in hand.
the clock is pretty great.
Of
I
course,
love
everybody knows that the one in Florida is different.
it. It is much different.
13th. Okay, we are at Madame Leota.
I really do enjoy the ball floating around
Yes,
here
yes.
compared to,
The Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
That is a fantastic effect that they do.
it's pretty incredible, and it's really hard to see the mechanisms to do it in the dark.
And don't
so.
forget to go back and listen to one of our Halloween episodes where we tell you what's on the book.
Our last Halloween 2013 episode is where we talk about what's in the book in front of her.
So this episode brought to you by the Halloween 2013 Communicore Weekly. But yeah, they did a lot of little tweaks to this one, and it's
time to respond.
I'll wait till the end to tell you which one I like better. So,
Oh, that's a little nudge to keep you listening.
because nothing else will.
Yeah, because obviously our non-witty banter is not enough to do so.
No. I think we're both in such awe of this ride.
Yeah, this ride it puts me in awe every single time that I come on it. I mean, it's incredible. And
we got stopped.
are kind of slowed down in the ballroom
Right in
sequence.
front of the ballroom.
That's
that's
okay.
fantastic.
So we get a little extra time here in the ballroom, which I think is great.
Okay, there's the Jeff and Keith
Dueling Disney portraits.
Portraits up there at the top.
I love it. It's so great. I know. I mean, the layout is obviously the same as Walt Disney World for the most part, but
there are a few differences. Yeah,
there's a few minor differences. Obviously, the organ, the one used
and
from
at the end of the ballroom scene, you have a little a mirror with a hat and some flowers.
Yeah,
where
the little
at the Magic
bonnet
Kingdom,
stuff.
you've got the portrait of Death.
Yes, yes.
And then when you come up into the attic, I like this attic better, except for the garage door on your left.
On the left-hand side,
which is kind of weird. Because they don't really point you towards the scene, which is odd.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. But I mean, what I think this attic is laid out a little better. Also, the effect. Let's see if it's actually turned on today of the ghost playing the piano. No, it's not on. But the shadow ghost playing the piano is pretty great.
And she's a good bride.
She's a good bride. I don't see the monkey bride in here today. Usually she's in here. I know she was in here during the holiday overlay, but she's not in here right now. They must have removed her. They didn't bring her back yet.
And this is a change I can't remember. Once you come out of the attic, and you can see the ghosts coming up over the graveyard, they've added a banister or railing.
See, this banister's been here ever since I moved here.
Well, no, it was.
But originally it was not. I think that was more of a safety thing, an OSHA thing.
And if you get a chance,
the trees are not at Walt Disney World. I love the trees.
I've seen a lot of images, a lot of posts. Check out Long Forgotten, the blog. It's amazingly in depth about the mansion, and they talk about the trees a lot.
Yeah.
And then we come into the graveyard scene,
which is arguably the most memorable scene in the entire Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I think so as well. Whoa, scary pop-up.
With the pop-up heads that Mr. Crump did.
Yes, that's right. I forgot he did those.
Yeah. This mansion has more living things in it than Walt Disney World does. Because we have the cats there, the owls, the dog, and with the caretaker.
Yep. And then the Mellow Man. Everyone knows it's not Walt Disney. It's Thurl Ravenscroft.
I mean, this one is shorter, obviously. However, I feel like there's more in here.
Yeah, it feels a lot. Yeah, the attic scene feels longer.
It's definitely more full.
Poor dog waiting for the mummy's bone. I always felt so sad for him.
Oh, jeez.
He's hungry. There's the tracks where... Okay, you gotta turn around. There's the Dementor.
Yes, the Dementor in the closet, which always scares me.
The Dementor in the closet.
But the hitchhiking ghosts here, I think they were updated at Walt Disney World.
Yes.
But I do like these original ones much better.
Yeah, I like them. It's fun, the Magic Kingdom, but it's just a little bit different. And who do we have?
Who do we have? We're gonna get Gus. No, we got Phineas. We got Phineas.
He's sitting in between us.
Hi, Phineas.
Not awkward at all.
Actually, the microphone is right in front of his mouth right now. But
so he's talking to everybody.
They didn't say anything, I don't think. Maybe we'll pick up ghost recordings later.
So that was great. So
yeah.
You're excellent. Thank you guys so much, and we'll do better next time.
I guess. Bye.
Let's slow down again.
So here we are. We're in the what is this portion called? I don't even know where the hell we are.
It's outside.
Outside the Hearthstone Lounge by the fireplace, by the pool, in the shadow of all of our rooms right here at the Grand Californian. We had a great show planned with two guests. We had a guest and a backup guest, and they both canceled. So
obviously there are other people here with us.
We're kind of having a powwow in the middle of the courtyard here now instead. But I guess we'll go around and introduce ourselves again, and we'll have an interview.
Here.
Yeah, there are new people, but we'll go around. So,
hi, this is Dave Hunter.
Don't touch it.
Oh, no, just go ahead. You can pass it. Go ahead.
And Nikki.
Scarlett. Stephanie.
Hey, this is Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey. Hi, this is David.
David.
Wes.
It's Wes.
Aaron. Amanda.
No.
Hold on, we had a lot of no's in there too.
It's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. So today was day
3.5.
4. 3? 4.
Well, yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday,
3.5.
Wednesday.
3.5.
4.
Yeah, 4. Okay.
3.5,
so today we had our tour of Disneyland with all the behind the scenes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go behind Toontown.
Yeah, into some big, large building that had stuff that we weren't supposed to look at.
Or talk about, apparently.
Or talk about, or see.
That was kind of cool.
We did meet Gail. He was awesome.
Gail. Who did Gail remind you of, David?
Reminded me of Bob Gurr.
That's right. They both went to the same school of talking, apparently, because I closed my eyes and I really thought it was Bob there the entire time. Yes, and we kept going back in time with the Wayback Machine. Like, was that you doing that the entire time? That was you doing that. Okay.
I don't know what the Wayback Machine sounds like.
No, I don't know. Does it have a noise?
I have no idea.
I have not watched that show in years, so I have no idea.
So after we went to the warehouse that had all the stuff in it.
See that? Changed that segue? That changed the topic that he did there?
Back at the ranch.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I don't know. Where do we go after that? We saw Mickey Mouse.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So we're not going to say anything about what we saw in there.
We're allowed to talk about it, right?
Yeah, we can talk.
All right, so what did you like about it?
Well, so they called it the animation shop,
which was deceiving.
But it wasn't really any animation at all. It's what they call how they paint the animatronics.
The animated figures.
Right, animated figures.
Basically.
And so one thing that I thought was cool is that all the figures were on a metal stand. And that metal stand goes with the figure when it goes to the attraction, and then the stand gets covered up by scenery and stuff.
But essentially the stand was just like a big
metal.
It was a big metal box.
Right.
But
They held the controls.
Yeah, that was cool. I did enjoy seeing that. And the one figure, the fox from Splash Mountain, he was going through his 40-hour test to make sure he was can stand the elements.
Yeah, they had to run for 40 hours straight.
Yeah. That was kind of cool. He did look like he was doing like a Stevie Wonder head motion. Yep.
For those of you that never mind. Not here right now. That was a great Stevie Wonder impersonation.
There was also that sign, that gummy bear sign.
Yeah, there was a gummy bear sign
From Gummy Glen when they had that in the old motorboat cruise dock. That was pretty sweet. And even Gail was like, "What are you talking about?" And we had to point it out to him.
Bob Gale.
Bob Jr.
We did
Bob
find out
II.
what the tallest animatronic is at Disneyland.
And
so
that is?
Anybody who wasn't there want to guess?
Queer Bear? How tall was he?
Mr. Lincoln. I didn't even think of that one.
He didn't mention that one at all.
I don't think that one can go into the
like
figure
a
shop,
showpiece,
though.
though.
I don't think that would be.
Yeah, I think.
And it would blow, doesn't it like blow up or something?
Yeah. Well, no one even mentioned that one.
Wow.
So.
Nobody thought we were clearly not smart enough to think about that one.
No, not at all. Not at all. But it was the
giraffe.
Giraffe. I was about to say zebra.
Because you forgot
the long neck.
It was a
Not
giraffe from
zebra.
the Jungle Cruise.
Yes.
But he could not go in the elevator because he wouldn't fit in the elevator. Yeah, and what was the tallest vehicle?
Omnibus.
The omnibus was the tallest vehicle.
Tallest ride vehicle.
Right.
Yes. They all go to that shop to be repaired and repainted and whatnot.
Everything.
And all that
else
stuff.
they do.
Yeah,
But right next to that shop was also where they shoot off the fireworks. Which was kind of interesting to see all. It was like
all the air launchers.
They're air launchers. That's what it
they had.
was.
He said 300 air launchers.
300 air launchers?
Yes.
See, David says that's right, so that must be
So
right.
it must be correct. I'm glad somebody was paying attention at that point because we weren't.
And there were spent fireworks everywhere on the ground.
Someone, not to name names, but picked up a piece of a spent firework to save as a souvenir, then halfway through the day decided to throw it out because he was sick of carrying it around.
Heavy.
I got a quick pick out of it, so that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Once it's on the internet, then it's okay.
Burnt?
It did.
It did smell?
Yes.
What a weirdo, he smelled it.
I didn't know you were smelling. I would have smelled it too. I had no idea we could smell it. I was like, yeah, okay. We're in the corner. We smell it. No, you smell it. You smelled it last. It was my turn.
Dean and Natalia were like, what are they doing? No, they're just smelling fireworks. It's okay, guys. Getting high off of fireworks.
Okay, and there were a bunch of little kids walking around.
In the back because they had some kind of. They all had violins and
that's where all
upright
the
basses,
bands
instruments.
Start their prep.
Yes, that was.
We enter from backstage, march around the park, and then leave backstage again.
Here's a question: were Leo and Amanda, because they were children, not allowed to go into the figure finishing or the animation?
Were bored.
They were bored.
And so
Oh.
she took them to Circle D.
I just assumed because they didn't want to ruin the magic, they weren't allowed to go up there.
No, because Zach would have loved it.
Wait, they went to Circle D?
Yes.
Leo.
I wanted to go to Circle
I
D.
did too.
I thought we were.
I was on the schedule.
It was on the schedule.
Oh, but breakfast took way too long.
We were
that was
short
the
for
problem.
time.
They told me that it got canceled from the tour. both Natalia and
Really?
Dean said it's not on the tour anymore. I said it was on the itinerary.
Yeah, it was on the itinerary.
And you smacked him?
No.
Okay. You threw a stitch at him.
Don't smack Dean.
Okay, so...
Oh, but you could snack Natalia?
Absolutely.
Okay, moving along. We're moving now. Let's see. We saw
And
Mickey
we're walking.
Mouse.
We're walking.
Got our photos with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, great.
And then we...
Which nobody cared about.
ate ice
Oh,
cream.
but you forgot to say that we actually got to take a picture with Berth, or one of the.
Oh, yeah, with the elephant
right,
from the
elephant,
Junk
yeah.
Cruise.
Yeah,
Bertha
touch
and
them.
Little Squirt.
Yes, touch their hair.
Their
Oh,
hair.
it was actually like Jeff's beard stuff. So if you want to touch that,
cool.
feel free
It
right
did.
now.
It did feel pretty much like the elephant
Felt
hair.
like the elephant
Yeah,
hair.
that was
So-
pretty funny.
Which is good. Which is good. So we saw Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
And then
We
after
ate
that
lunch.
we ate something. No, we had ice cream. We did not eat lunch. It was
Dole Whip.
ice cream
Dole Whip.
and Dole Whips. And then we did
We took the ride on the omnibus.
Yes, they gave us a
Yes.
special ride on the omnibus.
Usually when you go on the omnibus, you only go from the front of Main Street to back by the castle, and then you have to get off.
Right.
But because we were waiting for people to get out of Walt's apartment, we were allowed. They took us the full circle tour
Yep.
on the omnibus, which was pretty sweet.
And it was amazing to see how many people just walked in front of the bus without looking.
We had a race.
How many ECVs tried to outrun.
There was that one woman who had it floored, and she just
She smoked
she
the
won,
omnibus.
baby. She won.
And we ran out the street.
Yeah.
Which was fun. It was a lot of fun to see that. And then we got to go up into Walt's apartment, which is pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was.
Wait.
It was
All right.
awesome.
Wait. Why was it just okay?
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
He's done it before.
And
Well, I've done
Jeff
it
has no
before.
heart.
I've done it before. I've done it before, but it's just a room.
You're just
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Okay, somebody take Jeff outside. Here's a gun. Put him out of our misery.
What room are you in again?
He's up on the
Oh,
outside.
you're way down there. Okay. Lucky you.
I would have rather stayed longer backstage
Yeah.
and sacrifice time in the apartment.
See, but I feel like there's not a lot of stuff backstage to begin with for
I
us
think,
to really
I think
look
there's
at.
more stuff they could have showed us that they didn't. But
I don't think there's a lot we're allowed to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like at
Well,
Imagineering
And the
yesterday.
black bags they put over our heads were very uncomfortable.
The burlap
walked us
sacks
around.
they had over
Yes,
our
yes.
heads to bring it,
They
lead
were
us
very
back
nice.
And then we tore by touch.
We tore by touch. What's that? Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's an
sorry.
elephant.
Sorry, sir. Yeah, so getting up into Walt's apartment was very nice. We had the
Wait, sidebar.
Oh,
Backtrack for a second. When we first went behind the stage at Toontown, they pointed out a fire-legged goat to us on the mountainside.
That's true.
The mountains made a W, D, and an I for Walt Disney Imagineering, which you can't see unless you're
Exiting.
actually on the other side of the thing.
So you just have to believe us.
Yes, we're not making that up. I promise you.
We've got witnesses.
You can see the D.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah,
the
You can see the D and you can see the I, but you can't see the W.
no, you can see the very top of the W.
Oh, you
right,
can?
Right before you walk off stage, you can see it.
Oh, that's where all the chip paint was.
Yeah.
All right, so look where the chip paint is behind Minnie's house, and that's the
That's
big,
the W.
that's the W.
Okay, so back to Walt's apartment?
Yeah, back to Walt's
Okay,
apartment.
okay. So we went upstairs, got to ring the doorbell, and they made us wipe our feet
We did have to wipe our feet.
and hang up stuff.
I didn't hang up anything.
I didn't either. We didn't take much with us at that point in time. But it was. I thought it was pretty spectacular.
Well, I noticed that for most of the tours that go on it, they keep the area roped off, like the living room area, that's roped off.
Right.
But for us, they unroped it, and we pretty much had free reign of the place.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't touch anything, we couldn't sit down, but we could pretty much walk wherever we wanted to. Not that there was a lot of room,
No.
but it was pretty
Very
cool.
small.
And they did a few extra things like
We went on the balcony.
the music thing.
Yeah, what was the music box?
That
What
was a
was-
Regina music box.
Yeah, that
And
was.
they played that.
That sounded
The original.
fantastic.
One of the original. They played
Yeah.
that for us.
Auto loader, which
Yeah.
was pretty neat, and it had some pretty nice artwork in the back. That
They had giant CDs
what's
in it.
I forgot. Giant
Metal-
CDs.
Giant
Yes.
metal compact discs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. And what was the name of the plaid that you knew beforehand?
Devin?
Devin.
Devin.
How did you know her beforehand?
So I
Stalked her.
No, I follow her on
Almost went with
Instagram.
it.
I follow her on Instagram.
Okay, George was right.
And,
Yes.
So I follow her on Instagram, and when I first started following her, she would post pictures of her blue tour guide hat, in various places all around the park, and I thought it was cool. So I followed her, and after I followed her for a while, learned that on the side she's a sign maker, and she's an awesome sign maker, and so she made me a sign. She made
really?
Me, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you really actually knew her beforehand. I just thought you went over and talked to her.
So less
beforehand.
creepy.
Yeah.
So she made
Thanks
me a
for
sign.
clarifying. I don't think you're as much as a creep now.
Good.
Maybe.
So she's a great sign maker. She has a website. You can go on there, check it out. Signsbydevin.com. And she'll make you
How do you spell her name?
Devin.
I-N, okay.
Yeah. And she'll make you a sign.
Wow.
A Disney sign if you want one.
Does she just do Disney signs, or does she do
No, she does all kinds of stuff.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna check it out now.
Okay, what was her name? Was she the Captain Docent or something like that?
Yeah.
The what they called her? The Captain.
She was Docent.
She was the Docent. Okay. She had a title like
What does
Major
that mean?
General or something.
Right.
Docent is like a storyteller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she's a captain storyteller?
Something like that. We're totally off base at this point in time, but
Well,
that's
when
okay.
we were in there was this telephone, and it actually had a phone number on
Yeah?
it. And
Did
I
you memorize
asked,
it?
yes.
Wait, you did memorize it?
Yes.
Give me your phone.
No.
Anyways, I'm not gonna. Anyways, they said that it works and that it will ring. And then I said, well, if it rings, does Walt answer it? But they said when they call from there, it on
the other
caller
end.
ID, it says Walt's
Walt
calling
Apartments.
or Walt.
Walt's apartment.
And like it freaks people out.
I'd
that
be too
we're-
afraid to pick up the phone.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to pick up the
No
phone
way,
too.
I'd be like, hello.
Like, no thanks. Wow.
Yeah.
So what they did then is they broke us up and took photos in front of Walt's lamp, and then let us go on the balcony, which is very nice.
that was cool.
And take photos
Which
from
they
up
don't
there.
let you do in the Walt's
They
footsteps.
don't let you do that.
No.
You can't go on the balcony.
No.
Oh, so that was another nice little treat. Okay.
Yeah, which was
So they
nice.
really did some really cool stuff for us in there.
And then two of us got our photos in front of the bathroom, but we won't.
We're
say
not going to
who
mention who
or what.
but someone was kind enough to do that for us.
Yes, that's all we'll say.
And it may pop up on the internet at some point.
And it was
in
a
time.
nice bathroom. It had 4 shower heads in the shower
Yes.
stall.
Pink toilet and a pink sink.
That's okay. You know, Walt was not afraid of his feminine side at that point in time. So then after we left that, we did the jungle cruise with Skipper Matt.
Skipper Matt,
So I
yeah.
thought it was really
That was a lot
good.
of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and I could actually hear the skipper,
Yeah.
which you can't
Compared
hear
to
at the
Walt
Magic
Disney
Kingdom.
World.
Yeah,
He didn't inhale the microphone. It was great.
and talk that way.
No, he tried it, but he did not
We tried
inhale.
to
He was
go
fine.
there. And then we took some time at the Dream Suite, which used to be the
Yes.
Disney Gallery, which used to be offices and was intended to be Walt and Roy's apartment.
Yeah.
Which was
I
fantastic.
really enjoyed the goodnight kisses in the 2 bedrooms.
I know. You were a little scruffy. I wish you had shaved, but that's okay.
Allow me to rephrase.
That's what they were called.
So
Yes, they were.
you can only do it 3 times between the hours
Okay,
of
wait.
6.
The main room has a goodnight kiss every hour on the hour. The main room has one.
I thought it was just at midnight that the main
No,
room
they
did
said
it.
they said they ran
It does?
they ran 2 of them for us. in that
Okay.
room.
I ran 12 and 6.
Yeah, 12 and 6.
12 and 6.
And then the bedrooms each had a goodnight kiss that you could run 3 times.
But between the hours of 6 p.m. and midnight were the only times you could run that.
Right.
And they were pretty
So
spectacular.
the master bedroom kind of had a Peter Pan.
bedroom.
The Adventureland bedroom had a Peter Pan theme. Yeah, because there's stars showed
Yeah,
up
it
on
was Peter Pan.
on the ceiling.
The mermaids
The
came,
mermaids
and-
appeared
yes.
in the portrait. Captain Hook's ship was flying over the moon.
There was lighting.
There was tons of lighting. There was like rain coming down and stuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
But the Frontierland room I thought was much better.
Yeah.
The children's bedroom, the train lit up that was inside a glass case. And then you said something like, "Oh my God, it's gonna move," and I was like, "No, it's not." And then it just went around the entire room, and like everything it touched came to life. That was really impressive.
Yeah, it was nice. It was
I thought that
nice.
was really, really cool.
And of course, you can go out on the balcony and watch Phantasmic from there.
Yeah.
We did go in both the bathrooms, had our photos taken everywhere.
Yes. The master bathroom the tub with the stars that lit up was pretty awesome.
And Amanda's here! Yay! Well, okay, that's just stop.
So-
And,
Stop cold.
Let's stop
So
cold.
don't forget about in the Frontier room they had the Ellen Shaw map.
Oh,
replica
yeah,
of
the
map.
reproduction of
That's
the
true, yeah.
Ellen Shaw.
And
That was one of the goodnight kisses as well. There were
And,
several different ones.
no, that wasn't. No, that was
No, that one
whenever
they
you
just
wanted to
do all the
switch.
time.
Oh, okay.
You could
Which
just
is
do that
what
whenever
Jeff
you
would
wanted.
do.
Yeah.
Jeff Lipak broke the switch.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you could just it goes from daytime to nighttime. I love that thing. It's so
It was
cool.
nice.
Yeah, that was
It was
pretty.
really,
You
really
saw
nice.
it at D23
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
right? Yeah, the original one. But yeah, it was nice.
All around the top where the train went, they had little figurines, and one of the figurines had a sign next to it, and it was Disney, the way it was originally spelled.
You're right.
But it was a little tribute to that, and it's from like a little town in Germany.
I did not notice
Big
that.
snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Germany. I thought it was France.
I thought it was France
Well,
too.
she said Germany.
Who
but
said
it was a little
Germany?
well, it was Dean that actually said it. He told us the sign.
What does Dean know?
But that's what he said. But anyways, that little sign did say that.
Well, that's good. Okay. All right. We'll go from there. We'll be fine. So we enjoyed the bathrooms there. They didn't let us use them or anything. And then
They didn't let you use them.
No. Oh, that's true. That's right.
We
I had
all
to run
went to take a
interference.
nap in the beds, but
Yeah, we tried that. We spent some time in the courtyard inside, which was nice. But
Oh yeah, the courtyard in the middle. That was cool.
and then they gave us a bunch of fast passes and let us go. Oh no! And then we had the special parade viewing.
Yes.
yeah,
As well.
that was cool.
After I took a 2-hour nap.
Yes, you were getting grumpy. Very
I was
grumpy,
tired,
Chad.
and it was hot. It was like 97 degrees today. What do you want from me?
So we used the fast passes on Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, which turned out to be, we joked off of it. Jeff said, can we get them back? And they handed us the fast passes right back.
The wait time was 5 minutes anyways. We just didn't want to walk.
Yeah, well, we're already here. Let's do that.
So that worked out pretty well for us.
Which is pretty good. So, did we miss anything that we were supposed to cover? We had lots of bathroom breaks. And not much else to
Yeah, there
watch.
are strange lights coming from there. Are they testing something for World of Color right now? Because the park is closed. So maybe they're doing...
I heard they were testing
Color
for
started
at
Maleficent, like an ending for Maleficent.
Oh,
for the movie? Really? Oh, so maybe they're testing it. Do any of us on the 4th floor have rooms facing that direction?
No.
Because that'd be great. Yeah. They're definitely doing something. You can see the lights.
We're all going to your room if you do.
Nothing creepy about that.
Yeah, really.
Nothing at all.
Color.
That's a show.
Yeah, they're definitely doing something. It's distracting me.
Well, that was exciting for a moment there.
It was. Sorry.
That's about it.
For an audio podcast, it's great to look at the lights in the sky.
Look at this
that
light
nobody else can
Well, you
see.
guys are missing this. It's spectacular. Too bad you're not
Now
here.
it's purple, and
If you're not sure about purple, it's a little pink.
I'm not sure about purple. I'm colorblind.
Yeah,
Thanks for describing it to me.
Yeah, it's a good point. Good point.
All right, well, hang on. I'm pausing for a second, but I'm not actually pausing.
Oh.
The fake. Fake Baxter interview. I'm just seeing how. So we're in 1930. Okay.
We can do that.
Okay. Do you want to be fake
feel
Tony Baxter? No. Okay.
No. Okay.
Who wants to be fake Tony Baxter? Or Tony Baxter?
Who wants to do it? Come on.
Anyone? Bueller.
Let's get Amanda to do it. Come on, Amanda.
Yeah,
Tony
man.
Baxter.
Your resolution was to be on a podcast.
What am I doing?
Well,
Fake Tony Baxter.
you're gonna be fake Tony Baxter
You have to answer.
because we have all these questions for him. So you can just.
And it
pretend
doesn't
to be
matter if it's
Baxter.
completely off the wall or completely ridiculous. That's fine.
Come on over.
That's fine.
Don't let me forget about these two, by the way,
Okay.
and the other stuff I have in my book bag.
Okay. Try not to let us forget what we're talking about.
What?
Somebody's been really quiet tonight.
Me?
No, I was talking to Wes.
About Wes. Well, before we do that, maybe we should. I mean, we talked about our day a little bit. You guys were with us. What did you guys do today?
You guys that weren't with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
just-
Okay.
Traffic, so we got here a little later than planned.
That's just traffic.
What did we do? We got pretzels and a beer at DCA,
Not bad.
and then we got to Disneyland and we got ice cream, and then we went on Thunder Mountain and Space Mountain, and now we're here.
Now you're stuck
So
with
not
us.
too eventful, but now it's eventful.
Not too eventful.
Not too eventful.
It's pretty
And
fun.
also, well, what else?
Well, and the game Changa's here.
The game changer. Wes, how are you, sir?
I'm pretty good.
Want to plug your show?
Oh yeah,
Both your shows. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff going on. For you Disney fans out there, there's after you see Communicore Weekly,
The greatest.
the
online
greatest
show.
online show. Check out the second greatest online show.
No, third.
Oh,
We have a second and a third already. You got to.
the fourth greatest.
Okay. we'll go with
Okay.
fourth.
The Hitchhiking Host Show.
Which, by the way, how no one has ever used that name before,
I know.
Never know.
Literally, me and Emily, the co-host, were trying to come up with a name. I wanted Grizzly Hall Radio, and she hates the Country Bears, and she's like, no.
Why your friends were there?
I know,
Yeah.
but and so we were like looking up different things, and we were like, "There's nothing about hitchhiking ghosts." We're like, "Why don't we do that?" Because we love the Haunted Mansion. So we, it's kind of a little like Communicore Weekly, but more for the casual,
handsome.
yeah,
Much less handsome.
more for the casual fan.
Because we are the professional.
Yeah. Well, no, because you guys
Have you heard our show, Wes?
you guys really go into the history. While
Okay.
we
Where
sort
you
of
guys make up the history?
Yeah, and Emily Liston is the co-host, and whatever comes out of her mouth comes out, and I leave it in.
Okay.
So she's from England. So
you have a hard time understanding.
Right, yeah. I need
Okay.
subtitles
But it
for
sounds
what she
great.
says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever she's saying sounds great.
So it's on YouTube, and then also I'm a movie reviewer, and
George and I both have pull quotes on the back
yes,
of their last two.
they both have
books.
quotes on
Yes.
the back of my last 2 books. I'm very
they're
thankful.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
The quotes,
The quotes
Yes.
are ridiculous.
not the reviews.
Yeah.
Well, they might be.
Yeah,
They
some
are.
some
Some of
might
them
be.
probably
Somewhat.
are.
Yeah. So yeah, check out that.
You've been just hanging out with pixies and fairies, right?
Yeah, I've
Right.
been seeing a lot of pictures of you with Tinkerbell the
Yes.
last couple of days
Yeah.
since you've been here by yourself. That's not weird.
He just says, yeah.
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 You know,
that's it.
Yeah.
you know, that's how I roll. I roll hard with pixies.
So, you're in that one of those gangs?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Is this your first time here, right?
No, this is my second.
Just like, when was the last time you were here?
2005.
So a lot has
A lot has changed.
Yeah.
I finally got to see Cars Land. I was very excited.
What are your initial impressions of Cars Land?
Awesome.
Did you go day and night, or just...
I saw it while I was passing through for World of Color,
Yeah.
and it looked really good at night. But I liked it in the daytime too.
So you didn't really spend some time with it at night yet?
No, not at night.
Okay.
During the day I did. I got to do Radiator Springs Racers, of course, and I thought that's one of the best rides I've seen in history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I got to ride Luigi's Flying Tires, and that was
Tigers.
fun too. Yeah, the
Flying
Tigers.
Flying Tigers,
Yeah.
come on.
Flying tigers.
Yeah. That was fun too. It was only a 10-minute wait, so it wasn't too bad.
That's surprising.
Yeah, that's why I went on. I'm like, well, I'll go. I might as well.
So we have a special guest joining us this evening for our live show here at the Grand Californian.
Which is the only reason people showed up.
Of course, absolutely. So we'll just go ahead and introduce him. We have Tony Baxter here with us. How are you doing today, Tony?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Your voice sounds great, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We're doing well. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We just came off of Big Thunder Mountain not too long ago, and George noticed that your portrait was in there in Rainbow Ridge. How do you feel about that?
I think it's the greatest thing they've ever done at Disneyland.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way to chronicle your career as well, because you started off selling ice cream. And do you remember what your second job was there? Selling balloons, or was it?
That was a long time
plumbing,
ago.
Okay. So you are having memory problems at this point in time. Okay.
Good. Excellent.
We were worried about that. Just in case. I didn't want to talk about any, might be a sore subject with you, but this whole Western River expedition, how you destroyed how you transformed.
Let's rephrase that.
Mark Davis's final dream, his final oeuvre of a theme park attraction into Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I mean, was that your proudest moment?
Probably.
Okay.
I like how the question was so long, and then just like, yeah,
we're fine. We're fine with that.
Here's
We're
a
fine with
Next
that.
question.
Next question.
Next question. That's one question in the bank. Next question.
We've got one. We've got next. Now, how long do you spend every day on your mustache?
Hours.
Okay.
Like 2 or 3 probably.
And you do have several mustache assistants, from what I understand.
Well, of course. Isn't
Okay.
that what interns do at Imagineering?
Is it true, because we've been saying this for years, that your mustache is also a Horcrux?
And we know that, yes, Mark Davis was one of them.
Was one of the Horcruxes?
No, one of the people we had to kill, too.
Oh, to do it?
to create the final...
Wow.
Are there any questions from the audience for Tony Baxter? Oh, that was horrific, George.
So, is it true that the dinosaur on Big Thunder Mountain resembles you? Oh, the goat.
The dinosaur ribs sticking out.
Question fail.
He's an old goat.
He's an old goat.
Kind of like that hidden Mickey at Little Mermaid and Walt Disney World. Only once a year, the sun hits the dinosaur just right, and it looks just like Tony Baxter.
Somebody's never been on a podcast before, has she? Way to go, Scarlett.
It's been a long day. I did not take a nap earlier.
I did.
Tony, did you take a nap?
I did not.
Do you ever nap?
Tony, do you sleep ever?
No, I don't.
Do you stand in the corner of the room like an animatronic has been wound down? I don't know why we wind up the animatronics. They're very old animatronics. Clockwork. Animatronics. I think I broke Jeff again.
I feel like you've been drinking, but you haven't been. And I feel like this interview would have been so much better if you had been. Somebody get image on my tie or something.
We should take Tony to Trader Sam's.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And
have some adult beverages.
And then restart the conversation.
And see where we go. Yeah.
Tony had a Schweitzer Falls, 2 of them last night, and they were both non-alcoholic beverages.
I only had one.
Oh, okay.
You only had one?
I only had one.
That was weird because you were stumbling away last night.
Yeah.
It's probably lack of sleep.
That's very true. Very true.
This is the worst in the hot seat we have ever done.
This went completely off the rails.
Yes, it did.
For sure.
Wow. Just for reference, we did have special guests lined up, and they both canceled. So that's why we have fake Tony Baxter answering these questions instead of real Tony Baxter.
Which are some of the real questions, some of them we would never ask.
Yeah.
I totally would have asked the Horcrux one, though.
Yes.
Not even a joke.
Just to see if he understands the Harry Potter lore and...
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to test his universal knowledge.
Do it that
Which
way.
Horcrux was it? The first, second, third?
See, now you're asking stuff I don't even know.
That would have been... I mean, he didn't die till much later, so it would have been much, much later.
So, like,
no, it's when he sacrificed other Imagineers' projects.
That's
when he would add to the Horcrux.
See, I don't know that much about Harry Potter that much.
Harry Potter.
So there would have
I don't even know the name, clearly, so what do I know what I'm talking about?
So there would have been a lot of Horcruxes to destroy. And there's only so much basilisk venom.
That's we can find some. So it means we have to make lots of trips to Universal and then come back, which is kind of awkward in and of itself.
Yes.
Wow.
I have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about right now.
It's okay. We're probably done anyway at this point in time. We're done a long time ago. Somebody's giving us the eye in the corner, so we gotta watch out.
All right. So I do have DVDs of
No trivia questions.
No trivia questions. The Secret Tour of Disneyland by John Delmont. Shout out. When did we review this? A while ago, right?
Yeah, at least
a while
year ago at least.
So everybody can have one of these. Yay, because they're
Something to take
fun.
home. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And they're a collector's item because the postcard is wrong.
That is true. The postcards in them do say a quote from us, and it says Jeff Humbuck and Greg Taylor.
Thanks, John.
Is that your evil twin?
So yeah, in some weird alternative universe, Communicore Weekly has a different co-host.
Yeah, it's the evil twin that actually likes the animal kingdom.
Yeah, so the much better Taylor brother, apparently. Not as good as Andy, but pretty damn good.
Pretty close.
Pretty high up there.
That's all right.
Better than George.
We can deal with that.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Well, I guess at this point we should probably just end because this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Just rerun the Soarin' ending. I mean, the California Screamin' ending. Again.
The one from last show?
Yeah.
The last week's show? That's
better than
great.
anything we can do right
Yeah,
now.
that's true.
So.
Well, this show is just going to be smushed together with all the other stuff we record the rest of the week regardless, so.
It's been like 4 hours long.
No, this has only been, we've been recording for 40 minutes right now, so it'll just be a long show. Whatever, no big deal.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming, everyone. Bye. So here we are, the last morning of breakfast. We're here with Cadet Leo, and want to say hello?
Hello.
So we were just talking about our favorite things from the week that we did so far, and we both agreed that Jim Henson was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did.
And what else did you like?
We liked when we were at I liked when I was on the air sprint racers and my dad lost.
And your dad lost, and then our car won.
Yeah.
It's a dual recording is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
What else did we do yesterday?
I don't remember.
Did we go behind the scenes of Cars Land?
Oh yeah, we did.
Did you like that?
Yes.
What did you like about seeing the behind the scenes of Cars Land?
I did too.
You saw how they repaired all the cars and stuff?
Yeah.
What was that cool?
Yeah.
Did you like the big screen that they had so they can see where all the cars were?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you like after that? Going on the cars right after that?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
So loose. I was like, wow.
Oh, when we were going on the hills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I went jump.
What else did you do yesterday?
Isn't it kind of like a giant slot car?
It is like a giant slot car, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you're riding on a giant slot car.
Yeah. What else fun did you do yesterday?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Well, where are we now? We're at the
We're at lunch.
lunch. This is lunch?
We're at breakfast.
We're at breakfast at the Storytellers Cafe.
Yeah.
And we ate here yesterday too, right?
Yeah.
And did you meet any of the characters yesterday?
No, but I met some today.
Who'd you meet today?
Except I met one character yesterday, which is Mickey Mouse.
You did meet Mickey Mouse.
I met Mickey Mouse yesterday. I met a bunch of people today. I met a raccoon.
A raccoon, you know what the raccoon's from?
No.
He's from Pocahontas. His name is Miko.
And I met a bear.
And a bear from Brother Bear? You don't know which one though? It was one of the two bears? Let me see. So.
Do you know what the next segment should be?
What, on Communicore Weekly?
Yeah.
What should the next segment be?
It should be about it should be about the Bears documentary.
Like a 60-second review about the Bears
Yeah.
movie? You know what? I think we are going to see that Bears movie, so I bet in a couple of weeks you'll hear a 60-second review on it. Did you see it yet?
Yeah, it was too scary though.
It was scary? Why was it scary? Do you want to do your own 60-second review of it right now?
Yeah, I gotta do my 60-second review. See you there in a minute.
Little Leo walked away with his own microphone. He's adorable. Today is the last day. It's breakfast. Say hi, George.
Hey. Hi, how are you guys doing? What?
They're not going to respond back to you. It's a podcast.
Okay,
I mean,
sorry,
they could.
sorry.
We just won't hear it.
It's been a long week.
What are we doing at the beginning?
The next segment now.
Oh, you're going to record it on yours? Okay, tell us about the Bears movie.
Actually, I'm not doing this.
You're not doing it?
I liked the Bears movie.
Uh-huh.
But it was scary.
Why was it scary?
Because, you know what?
It just was?
Yeah.
Did you see the Bears movie?
He went with his mom.
It was scary?
Yeah, he was scared. It's intense. A bear's life is an intense life.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I mean, we've seen it from the ones walking around inside the
Here in Storytellers, they have a pretty rough life.
They have a pretty rough
the Bears.
life. Scavenging for food.
So, how would you rate the trip overall, the CommuniTour? On a scale from 1 to 10, and 10 being the best, how would you rate the CommuniTour?
I liked yesterday the best because we went behind the scenes of Soren.
Of Soren? That's right. We did go behind. I forgot we did that. Did you like seeing underneath the screen and everything?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool how they ran it for us, right?
Yeah.
And did you like Soren overall too?
Yeah.
You think it's a good ride? Did it make you appreciate it a little more that you were underneath and you can see how it happens? Yeah, it was pretty neat, right?
And that sideways planetarium part was the real screen, but there's another screen.
There is another screen. That's pretty neat, right?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you had a good time on the trip. You had a good time?
Kind of close.
Do you wanna do the outro? Do you want to see Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on Communicore Weekly, the greatest online show.
You can say that.
You want me to see? You don't want to say it? This is
You
your.
should say it because that's what you do.
I usually say it, but I'm asking if you want to say it this time.
want to.
You don't want to? Okay, I'll say it later then.
Yeah, do you want to sing one of their songs?
No, you should.
I don't sing the songs. That's Andy and Steve's job. They're way better at it than I am.
I don't want to sing them. I can play them on the phone though. Record it. Record it when it's ready.
I think they've heard them before, Leah. It's amazing how they're.
Let me stop this. So it is now Friday evening. It's almost 8 p.m. George and I are at the Annabella for the Mice Chat Gumball Rally Pasta Party before the big Gumball Rally tomorrow. And the CommuniTour is officially over.
Yay!
Yay, mostly because we're exhausted.
Yes, yes. You may have heard from the segments we did. It was amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
And unbelievable. And there were goosebump-inducing moments.
Many of them, in fact.
Yes,
many of them.
Many of them. And if you ever get a chance to take it, yeah, I think it was fantastic.
Yeah, if we don't know if we're ever going to do one of these again because it took a lot out of us.
Yes.
And,
yes.
you know.
But it doesn't mean we won't do other things as well.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was great. I loved it. But I'm really tired right now.
Yeah. So last night, we talked about the goodbye breakfast this morning.
Yeah, we had a goodbye breakfast this morning.
With lots of bacon.
We also had a goodbye dinner last
Oh, that's right.
night
Yeah,
at
Carthay Circle, which was amazing.
Which was really, really good. It was
Everything
nice.
we had was spectacular. I had the pork chop. That was bigger than most steaks.
And I had the steak, which was pretty huge to begin with.
Bigger than most steaks.
It was bigger than most normal steaks,
from
yes.
there. And then we got to see World of Color.
Yep.
With
World of
the
Color.
special VIP seating, which was great. Well, it was VIP standing.
Yes, because there is no sitting during
There's
World
no
of Color.
seating.
If
We
you
got-
sit during World of Color, you're getting the world of the backs of people's thighs.
And they
legs
gave us all
stuff.
glow with the show ears.
Yeah, that was cool.
Which we should have given them to people in front of us.
So we can enjoy it.
So
a
we could have
little more.
enjoyed it.
So we could have
and
enjoyed
that.
it. That's why we stood behind people, so we can actually watch it happen. Because
But
really,
it-
no one else around us had the glow of the show ears.
But it was wonderful being walked around by Dean and Natalia with their orange paddle of power.
Power of power.
So we got to cut lines and get in front of people. and
I
go
just
behind
have to
the
say,
scenes.
I don't think we said it enough otherwise, but Dean and Natalia as our adventure guides
were awesome.
Amazing. They
They're
made
awesome.
the week so great for us. If you ever do an Adventures by Disney,
yes.
I'm pretty sure they do all of them, so request them because they are great.
Yeah, request
They are
Dean and
really
Natalia
good.
together.
Together.
They're spectacular.
If they don't come together as a package, then request one of them.
And if you're lucky, you'll get to meet Steve.
Yes, Steve.
We
who
really
took
can't
on
say
this
anything
event.
else about Steve because we'll get in trouble.
We also don't know much else about Steve.
No, except if he might be the most powerful person at the Disneyland Resort.
And that's all we're going to say.
That's all
That
we're
is
going to say.
all we're going to say about that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a good time.
Okay.
And
so ready to wrap it up then?
Yeah.
Okay. I
this
guess
was
we're
a
all
long
done
episode. And
with
especially
talking
'cause-
over each other.
Well, we're mostly
Oh,
wrapping it up because our
the
food
food's here.
which is
Yay.
going to be great. We got
That was
extreme
good.
mac and cheese.
Yes. Oh, that's me.
That's him.
That's me.
You hear that? We're so alike that we got the same exact thing. Is it hot?
Oh gosh, it's hot.
Jeffrey.
N-E-I-D.
That's him. My mac and cheese did not come yet.
Oh, thank you.
But it's coming.
That's coming. I'm just waiting on it.
No worries. That's fine.
Tracy, you don't
See,
need to get up.
we're
Let me get up.
we're patient. Teresa Corey is also here, the head of Fairy Godmother Travel. Say hello, Teresa. This is the outro of the podcast right now.
Hi.
So you're supposed
Thanks.
to say hi.
That was very
Book
lively.
with Fairy Godmother
Hi.
Travel.
Book with Fairy Godmother Travel.
See, and then what did you say, Jeffrey?
Hi, cadets.
There you go.
Jeffrey didn't come on the trip with us, but we're hanging out with him right now anyway.
Yeah, and he hasn't run away yet.
No, he has not.
Not yet. So all the usual rigmarole. We're glad you guys listened. This is probably an incredibly long episode.
Yeah,
at
this
time,
is
right?
probably one of the longest regular episodes we have ever done. Longer than the Epcot live show because we did so many segments.
Yeah, we had that, but follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
And
Follow
on
us on
Facebook. And
call the Goat Line.
Call the Goat Line and CommunicoreWeekly@gmail.com.
Yeah, you can email us at that. And
before anything else, just thank you for all the cadets who came with us.
Yes.
I cannot express my gratitude enough for you guys. You guys made the week for us. You guys were great.
And they will be getting more special stuff later.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
They're getting they be getting more special stuff. Wow, that was great.
We're so tired we can't even speak correctly.
Exactly. So thank you guys for listening to this long episode. And we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That's me.
No, that's right, because
I'm going to say that.
For Jeff Heinbuck, I'm George Taylor.
And for George Taylor, I'm Jeff Heinbuck. Thanks so much for listening to Communicore Weekly. We'll see you next time. The greatest online show. I messed it up. That's fine. I'm tired. Just good night, everyone.
I'm tired too.